Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, thank you for satisfying your itch for the Switch It Up show. My name is Glenn and I am your host today, and I am joined, of course, by my wonderful co-host, Mr. Setrav.
That's me, man. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, my man. I'm doing well. You know, I almost slipped into, our segment that we're working on our other show. What used to be the main show here on the Preach Network, the Preachcast. Get ready for October coming up right around the corner. You want to let the people know about a little something called Years for Fears?
That's right, my guy. We're counting down 31 horror movies from one year. From every year that I've been alive. It's going to be from 1988 to today's 2019. We're trying to find movies that neither of us have seen or one of us hasn't, and has just been to some critical acclaim. For some reason, it jumps out. We've heard about it in some way and just never got around to it. What better time than Toberfest?
That's it, my man. We always always talk about doing a 31 and 31, and sometimes we like Frankenstein our way through it, but this time we are getting a single episode every day in the month of October, so your Preach Network feed will be exploding because, of course, you are subscribed in iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Play. It goes on and on and on, just like these sweet beats. That's a good transition, huh?
That was great.
I was going to say, I'm taking a moment, ladies and gentlemen, pat myself on the back for that. As we roll right into our first of two reviews over here. Since, Halloween is around the corner, one of my favorite movies is Candyman. Not featured, I don't believe, in our marathon. But you know what is featured on the show here today, right now? Candleman, Mr. Seth Trapp. Candleman. All right, let me give you a little bit of information about this game. Now, it does not release for a little bit. So, we are being responsible people here on the Switch It Up show, getting that review out early, if that. So, Candleman, $14.99 on the Nintendo eShop, comes out October 3rd. So, a couple days into October. Let me go ahead and give you the synopsis. Despite only being able to burn for 10 seconds, a little candle journeys into the darkness with the purpose of seeking the light. Candleman is an action-adventure story entwined with low-light gameplay. Acting as a little candle who can burn for only 10 seconds, players will venture through unsettling darkness, struggle to overcome obstacles based on the mechanics of light and shadow, explore a wide range of enchanted environments while seeking distant light, unveil the hidden treasure that concerns us all. Yes, my man. An action-adventure role-playing puzzle game playable in TV, tabletop, and handheld mode, and it supports cloud save data. You're getting everything with this. Everything.
Cloud save?
Cloud save, yeah.
For what account?
Well, I mean, if you, of course,
Switch?
are part
Switch?
of the Nintendo Online, then you get access to cloud saves, Mr. Setrav.
Oh, yeah, no, I know that. My God.
Oh, it sounds questionable.
You made it sound like because it's part of the game description that it was like, I don't. What's the EA one? Origin?
I don't know.
Something like that. Like it was some other cloud save thing. Anyway,
I don't know about that, man. You're gonna have to shine a light for that for me later. But allow me to shine a light a little bit on the gameplay of Candleman. Now, let me tell you, this is in fact, it says an action adventure role playing puzzle game, and I'll definitely give it puzzle. I'll give it like maybe a little bit of action adventure, but this is a platformer. This is a super fun platformer. I love the idea of the fact that you can only burn the candle for 10 seconds. Like, I think that's pretty neat. Once you can no longer burn the candle, you can't see anything and you're pretty much done. So basically what happens is you get dropped in each one of these levels. And as you go through the game, what you have to do is light these other candles. Now, what's interesting is, like, have you ever, like, it's probably been a while, maybe at a birthday celebration, as Trav would say. Have you ever taken one candle and, like, tried to light another one?
Oh, that's what you do.
That is what you do, my man. But it's not always easy. And in this game, it's very much like that because you're going through different stages, jumping on different platforms, activating different puzzle aspects. And again, you can only burn the light for 10 seconds. Certain parts of levels are pretty dark, if not almost in total darkness in some areas. And then other levels are super bright and vibrant with like little dark corridors that you have to kind of light and navigate your way through. But you do have to kind of position yourself in just the right way that you can light that other candle. Now, normally, like, it wouldn't really be that big of a deal, but because you can only burn the candle for 10 seconds, once your light's gone, it's gone. You can progress throughout the level. You have to light, it kind of works, like the mechanics kind of work like collecting the red coins in Super Mario. Like 64, where like you don't necessarily have to collect all of them, like you can make it to the end without collecting all of them, but you'll start to see these candles like up on different platforms and or like maybe like under certain things, and you have to try to figure out how you're going to get there and be able to light those things. And of course, the further you go out of your way to light more candles, the more light you're going to have to burn to get there and navigate it successfully. The more light you burn, the harder it is for you to progress throughout the level to complete it, and like the less light you'll have to actually light the candle. So like everything kind of goes back to managing your resources of the flame itself. And what's cool is as you burn the light, not only do you actually see like the candle itself kind of shrink down a little bit, you can see the wax kind of fall like on the ground behind you. So it's really cool.
That's a nice touch.
Yeah, man, the detail in this game is awesome, from the flame to the candle itself to the wax trail that it leaves behind you to even just the level design itself. The graphics in this game I feel like they're really good. And apparently this game has been out before on like Xbox 360 or Xbox One and Steam and things like that. So it's not exactly like a new game, but like I think it looks great here on the Switch, and I'm a real big fan of the gameplay. I love like the I guess maybe like the framing of some of these like some of the levels in this game where the camera kind of goes around the candle to kind of like paint like a really cool like artistic picture of it. It's not just the camera behind the candle all the time. It moves and it rotates well. I do like the controls, so I'm a fan of pretty much everything this game has to offer, and it's one of those games too that it's like easy to learn, not quite difficult to master, but it does get harder as you go on. But what's great is you can just play one level of this. Like you can just play one and then you come back. So like, you don't have to beat the whole thing in one setting. And it's one of those games too that it might be a little bit of a challenge to try to complete everything, but like it's so fun and the gameplay is, I feel like, so unique that you want to go back and complete them and light everything. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, like yeah, you beat this cup in Mario Kart 64, but you didn't get gold. You got you got to get that gold. And it's like that in this game too. And the gameplay itself is fun enough that it warrants going back, I feel like, and completing it so that it's like 100%. I love this game. This game is awesome, and it's unique. Like I haven't played a game like this before. So I mean, I'm down. This game's $14.99. I think that's a good price point for it. I'm definitely in. I got no complaints about this. Pulling out the very rare 5 out of 5, my man.
Oh wow, 5 out of 5.
This game. If you like platformers and you're gonna have a good time with this. If you like platformers and you like puzzle games and you like the 3D aspect of it, this is right up there, man. It's different. I'm telling you, I like this game. I'm gushing over this game.
Candleman.
Little blush over here.
Game did look great. It was one of the ones I was most excited to play. I am most likely going to pay some money for it because you gave it that 5 out of 5.
Oh my god, man. Get it. Do it.
Now, as we're talking about great platforming, there's one for the hardcore platform enthusiast.
Ooh.
It's Robbie Swifthand and the Orb of Mysteries. It is $17.99, and you get 90 gold coins when you purchase it to tally. Plan your every move and outsmart the traps that are lurking in the temple or get dissected in hilarious ways. A hardcore 2D platformer that will mess with your mind. Robbie Swifthand and the Orb of Mysteries is a 2D platformer consisted of mind-intriguing psychology-based level design, epically unique boss fights, accompanied by groovy and mystifying music. Wisp symbol. Plan ahead your every move and outsmart the traps that are lurking in the temple or get dissected in hilarious ways. Premise: Robbie wakes up in an unfamiliar room with a small spirit telling him that he has to save humanity. Who cares? If there is a reward, he'll do it. Experience rage and satisfaction in this hardcore platformer. Buy an extra controller or two. You'll need it. Difficulty modes. Select the level of challenge you would like to experience, but keep in mind that Robbie Swifthand is the game to make you a platformer master. Not so hard. We recommend playing this mode only if this is your first platformer in a while, or if you haven't even played platformers before. Hard. This is the way the game is meant to be experienced by hardcore gamers. Insanity. If you haven't finished hard mode 100% for your own sake, just don't. Insanity mode is for experienced players only. We highly suggest you finish hard mode before you enter insanity mode. It is by Kiss Publishing and Pixel Rain. Yeah, so, dude, this game, it is seriously hardcore. Like, when they tell you that this is a hardcore platforming adventure style game, it is. There's some kitsch humor in it and some side story stuff, but it's 100% about these hardcore, wild platforming puzzles that you have to navigate your way through. And I don't know about hilarious deaths. I wouldn't say that, but the deaths are unique enough and interesting enough that I didn't get that mad about it, because for a game like this, you really have to run that fine line between this is impossible, I want to throw my controller, or this is impossible, I know I can get it. Which, a lot of these platformers, especially when you try to gear towards the more hardcore audience, the people that have been playing a platformer a long time, like I said, it's very difficult to walk that line, and I think this game does a great job of doing that. I really, really enjoy the animation style. It feels a little bit like you're playing as the Hamburglar, which
what does that even mean?
I dig, like, think back to a 90s McDonald animation. That's what you're getting here. It's very dark, very, very dark, which I guess it should be because you're a thief. You're in the night stalking a little bit, doing your creepabouts. The boss fights are crazy. They're legitimately crazy. One of them even reminds me of Olmec from Legends of the Hidden Temple.
There we go.
I was just like, can't I just see more Olmec here? The map itself is a little weird. It's all sort of shrouded in darkness, and you can kind of pick and choose your path to get to certain places to get these different... You have to get 4 pieces of... I think it's an orb. Yeah, you have to get 4 pieces of the Orb of Mystery, I think it is. Yeah, and it's wild. The whole experience was wild. My only real issues with it are that there isn't a lot of explanation for things. Like, I didn't know that I could super jump, or kind of super jump. I can jump higher than a regular jump, but they don't explain that to you. And you just sort of come across it at one point, and things like that really sort of bothered me. Just that, I wish there was a little bit more explanation, especially early on, at least sort of going through his moves a little better, seeing what he's actually capable of. But I guess that's part of the almost rogue-like aspect of this game, where it's just like trial and error, die a bunch, keep coming back, we'll see what falls. And there's a lot that just falls, and it's weird, and it feels a lot like Tom Cruise's The Day After Tomorrow.
The movie's great.
Is that it? Where it's like, okay, cool, I have to like roll and not get run over by the little truck going through. This one's like, I have to jump and not have this brick fall on my head. And the hitbox is a little... I feel like it's a little iffy. I feel like I should be able to touch certain things. Like, Sonic rules. Sonic could run right up to spikes and touch them. You can't jump on them, but he could touch them. Robbie Swifthand cannot. Robbie Swifthand dies all the time. If a brick falls and brushes against your pompadour, you are dead, because your brain is that connected to the pompadour. So that aspect of it, I was very frustrated. But again, it wasn't so frustrating that I was like, I'm going to throw my controller. It was like, I know I can do this. I just need to move an inch or two. Just a little bit. It is $17.99. I feel like that's a little pricey. If it was $15, I'd tell you absolutely. I know that's like $2-3, but something about it, just because of the level of difficulty that this game has, it may frustrate you too much to want to spend that much money on it. I think it's okay though. It's because of that. All of that, I am going to give Robbie Swifthand and the Orb of Mysteries a 4 out of 5.
That was a pretty good score, man, considering some of the difficulty that that you mentioned, and the particularness of the, like, I don't know, accuracy, we'll say, and like the
accuracy
hitbox
that you need to have with this one, and the geared towards the hardcore platformer. It's like I said, it's tightrope, and they're walking that line pretty fine most of the time.
Hey man, you know what? You can't win them all, but the wonderful thing about the Switch It Up show, my guy, is whether it's an easy platformer or a hard platformer, you got a ton to choose from with all these awesome indie games, and of course, you can always switch it up.